I would like to thank you once again for hosting me in this beautiful terrace in the Czech Pavilion.
Thank you very much for coming, Kumar.
I think this is not everybody had the privilege yet of coming to the rooftop, right? You haven't opened it officially for...
Yeah, it was our intention to have the rooftop with a view over the Welcome Plaza, the sustainability zone, the Terra Pavilion, and we got it thanks to Expo and thanks to the architects. So we are happy with this.
No, great. So we're sitting now in your pavilion. I think you and me, we first met, I think 4 to 5 years ago.
Yep.
4 to 5?
So.
4 to 5 years ago.
I guess it was in 2017.
2017.
Yeah.
So almost 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then thank you also, you hosted us for one session in
Prague,
Czech,
yeah,
to discuss about the content.
It was informal but very productive, very fruitful.
I think it was always, because I think the idea of connecting people was there. You know, we all get together, many more than 25 countries.
And you brought us a gift there. Can you remember
yes.
which one?
I'm not going to say which one now,
Okay.
because otherwise...
I do remind.
I think I want to take this opportunity of our discussion today as well, is to shed light on the Czech Participation Expo. Because, you know, you're located in sustainability, and I think you have a pretty much compelling argument why you want to be in sustainability. And the fact that there is so many unknown things about the Czech that can be discovered when you visit the pavilion. So when we spoke about the sustainability, you had so many ideas. Can you just list them for us?
First of all, the Czech Republic can't skip the participation in Expo, especially the first Expo in the Arabic world. And the second issue, all the time we are participating, you know, from the past to now. We are focused on the real participation. That means we are trying to bring sort of Czech solutions for the global issues or problems. And because of the sustainability, it's not only about the energy and nature, it's about the water as well, more and more. The core of the Czech participation and the core of the pavilion in terms of exposition and in terms of technology is the saver. You know that, of course,
yes.
but I'll describe
Yes,
it again
yes.
for the viewers or possible viewers. The saver contains 5 letters and 5 inventions. Solar, air, water, earth resources. It should be maybe pronounced as a sower, but me as the author of that, I can afford to say saver, because we got to save something.
Yes.
We would like to save part of nature's or lives or animals or humans. And that is only technology in the world that can autonomously produce water from the air that is very dry. Because for the condensation, you need a lot of energy, and you are able to make a water only from the air that is more humid than 66%. We are able to harvest molecules of water even in the condition of a very dry desert, like in Riyadh, for instance. Of course, the amount of the water is then smaller one, but we are able to create an oasis in desert thanks to the Czech inventions and Czech technologies.
And I think this system, which is installed in the pavilion, is also supporting your whole pavilion. That means all your irrigation system is coming through it.
Exactly. Our intention was not to make a pavilion like a box for exhibits, but to make the exhibit and the pavilion is a real body around that. So the saver technology in here, in our pavilion, produce from 800 liters of water per day to 1,000, and we do irrigate the 3 parts of the garden in the front of the pavilion because of that water. So we are not pretending and explaining that we can do that. We are showing the real stuff in here. And this is something I do believe it makes the Czech Republic and Czech Pavilion unique.
You know, I think you know, when you go to Czech, when you go to Prague, you know, you could look at the art and the history and so on.
Yeah.
But also here, we're sitting today under this. Some people call it crazy spaghetti. People will always look at it like, what is it? And I know in your pavilion you have many actual bird records. If you know.
Okay, speaking about the spaghetti or about the cloud, what's the
cloud.
Official name of that?
Yeah.
This is the biggest handmade steel structure in the world. It wasn't our intention to make it, but when we completed, actually, when the artist, the Jan Dostal, the Czech sculptures, completed there after 2 months of hard work in here, because he has carved all the pipes on his own in here. for 2
On
months.
location, I know.
Yeah, exactly. Location. You've seen it many times because of the health and security check.
It's
I know that.
exactly.
So we found out that this is like 10 kilometers of pipes and 17 tons of those, and no one has made one plastic or sculpture of this sort, because it starts down there in the main hall of the Czech Pavilion. That part is called spring, because we are using the small amount of the water from the saver to cool the area and to show that what we are producing, this is the water from the air. Then it goes out, it makes cloud covering or giving a shade over the garden and entrance to the pavilion, and it ends in here, protecting the sky view over the Expo. So, but this is not one of the biggest or smallest things in the world. We have as well the biggest statue from the polished Bohemian crystal in here, having more than 250 kilos. And then we have, contrary to that, something smallest, and we have the smallest model of the biggest mosque. And the size of that is like only 100 nanometers. So it's much more thinner than your hair, by the way. So what's your most favorite exhibit in here?
No, I'll tell you, I just, you know, when the first time I came here, this was like a bit trickier for me. So
Yeah.
can you explain to me this and this?
Okay. So what you can see are shapes of the snowflake. You know that the Czech Pavilion is based on the water message.
Yeah.
So we have the spring, we have the cloud, we have the golden rain, and we have a snowflakes. Actually, those are not from the snow because of the weather in here, but those are from the recycled plastic. And you can modify your style or the defined shape according to your style, and then you can print it. At the moment we have more than 20,000 orders in line, so your shape is gonna be printed like in several weeks.
Wow.
But you can take a snowflake of other author and
So
you can
this
be
is the
of
three,
the-
yes,
Yeah.
so the 3D printing,
Yeah, that's it.
because this is also the technology and also...
And that company, the small one, owned by the very young man, at the moment controls 10% of the world market already. They are still growing up. But no one knew that the Czech Republic is #1 in the 3D printing.
Okay, so this is the way you're integrating the stories into it. And now I think one of it, which is this sculpture.
Yeah, this is
you
the third
wanted-
generation already, because
Third generation.
the visitors already completed the first one, second one, and this is the
So,
third generation already.
You got me one, you cheated, we got one ready.
Okay, so we
from
know.
before, because you knew that we're coming and you ordered it before. So now we have to sign, right? I have
You
to
have
sign?
to sign it, or you can actually send a message, and you can then attach it to the sculpture. So you are in the end going to be one of the co-authors of the Czech Pavilion and the Czech Exposition. Can you deny such an offer?
Nope, from Czech with love.
Oh, come on.
And now I will sign it, not with my banking signature, with
You
another...
can try even the codes, or pin codes if you have, we don't mind. And now it's sort of game, you have to find a proper way how to attach it. So we have to find the connector that fits to your snowflake.
So, and basically this, what do you do with them once they're done?
Actually, then we have to dismantle that, and we are printing the new generation of the
Okay.
of the flakes. You are faster than me.
You want me to help you?
Please do.
So it shows also the same way like connecting minds, creating the future. that
Exactly.
Everything can be connected.
And the
Just like
message
that.
is the Czech Republic is a watershed of the Europe, gifted country with lakes, springs, rivers, and mountains with the snow.
You have a unique system that every 2 weeks you change the content. So you have some elements that are fixed during the period, but you have many content that changes with the time, and that can help that anybody who visits you, if he would decide to visit you again, he will see something different. So you're keeping the suspense going on.
Exactly. It's not only because of the visitors, because we know that some of the people are coming back to see Expo again and again.
How many partnerships, let's say, in this during the 3 months with your interaction with other pavilions? How many new, interesting relationships you managed to cultivate?
What we can say that at least 3 or 4 agreements were already signed, not only in the name of the Czech Republic, but our partners and private companies have signed it. They have signed it with the other institutions, or in here, or from other countries. And again, to be honest, I'm not going to say this is purely thanks to the Expo, but clearly the participation Expo was one of the key moments to complete those or to change only the linkage and connection into the real cooperation.
How many people did you have in your pavilion coming in and say, I didn't know that about you?
I have to say we have only two kind of visitors, let's say. The first one are astonished already in the exposition, and the other ones are coming back from the other exposition saying, okay, I like even the others, but you have the real stuff. In here I see the robots. I see how you are producing water from the air. I can see how you do really print, how you are saving the energy of what you are doing. So, of course, the Czech Republic is very proud about the culture, about the history, about the water inspiration we have in the cities, but we didn't come to highlight anything what's known. So our intention was to surprise visitors and partners and investors that the Czech Republic is, as I'm saying, world leader in a number of areas the world doesn't know about. So, and this is something we tried, we are still working on that. We are trying to make the explanation and understanding of exposition better, so we put an additional logos and additional descriptions and pictures and videos around the exhibits. And I guess that, actually I believe that the visitors visiting the Czech Pavilion will say after the visit, okay, we didn't know that, and we know now that the Czech Pavilion is not the biggest one, not the most expensive, but is at least one of the smartest, if not the smartest at all.
Okay. Thank you again for your time, and thank you for having me, and I'm sure we're gonna see you soon.
Thank you very much. And definitely see you tomorrow and another day. There's still 2 months ahead of us.